Got a little bit of free time. Let's go with Torture Boy here. What are you doing here? I was just pondering the differences between life before and after revival while I was looking at the Revivomatic. The differences. When we die, we're thrown into the Revivomatic and our bodies are brought back. Our bodies come back in perfect condition, as if the death never happened at all, due to a revived name. But can we really say for certain that we're the same person we were before we were brought back? You mean? Of course we're the same person if we're back. You're right that our body is the same, but my problem lies within our consciousness. Consciousness? I wonder if I can truly conclude that my consciousness after my resurrection is the same as the me that existed prior to resurrection. Well, that's a good point. Could very well be that all of us are mere copies. Couldn't exactly keep up with what Yagami was saying, but for whatever reason, gave me goosebumps. Unlock a keyword. Everything with him is definitely a thing. Putting it nicely. Sure, let's go. You understand him better now. Scorecard's wish list has been updated. Endurance and mobility up 3. I saw an update that's coming. You can skip this.
Howdy, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
We made it through another day. Our last battle was still pretty recent, so there probably won't be another for a while. But this is the invaders we're talking about. They don't do predictable. Try to rest up for whatever tomorrow brings. I haven't, no. I fell asleep surprisingly easy that night. Compared to when I first got here, the absurdity of the situation and the overhanging threat of enemy attacks didn't bother me nearly as much as it used to. Maybe I was getting used to the place. Was that a good thing? Things you ponder. Alright, almost halfway through.
Up and Atom troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 48th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
I've seen a couple of clips down in there, but like, Morning already. Better head over to cafeteria. Anybody that I can talk to on the way? Group of people. What could they be talking about? I can't take it anymore. Everyone's gotten over their differences, and they're all getting along better than ever. Can't even kill myself to spice things up. I just come right back again. Maybe. It would be better if I did die for real. No one needs poor old Doremi anymore. I'm so emotionally exhausted, all I can do is cry. I think I'd rather not get involved in whatever that is. She probably just needs to get it out of her system. Why am I not allowed to talk to the others? I want to make friends too. Talk to us.
Huh?
Hmm? I want to come out of my shell. I want to change. Oh. Still mumbling to herself, Kako wandered off toward the cafeteria. Overprotective brother there. Won't let her do anything. Alright, almost halfway through these 100 days. When I got to the cafeteria, everyone else was already there, chatting pleasantly over their morning meal. So Shoma, I've been wondering, what actually powers your robot suit? What's the structure of the mechanical parts like? I I think it runs on Hemo Anima, and sorry, I don't really know all that much about how it fits together. Maybe you can summon it for me sometime? I'd love to take a closer look at it. Tsubasa, please, you shouldn't get so close. My body odor is hazardous to the health of everyone around me, especially girls. Ah, that is not that bad. It's not, is it? Is this the price of your powers, Shoma? Did you have to make a vow to never allow yourself to be touched by a woman unless she bests you in fair battle? But in the midst of all that merriment, two figures remained steadfastly silent. They're awfully quiet today, even for them. Started toward Ima and Kaku, but before I could reach them, another voice called out to me. Tell me, do you have a minute? It's important.
Huh?
What's up, Eito? It's about what we discussed before. You know, my theory about how we all got here. Oh, did you find out anything new? Not exactly. I know this will sound weird in light of what I said before, but I don't think we're dealing with a parallel universe after all. Hmm? After we learned about world death yesterday, I did a lot of thinking. We're here fighting the invaders to make it safe for the remnants of humanity to move out of the TRC, right? So the complex and academy don't exist in different worlds like we originally thought. It's just that one is on the surface while the other's underground. When you think about it that way, the idea that we've been transported to a parallel universe starts to look less credible than it did before. One more thing. I've been asking everyone about their lives in the complex, trying to build up a more complete picture. If we really were in a parallel universe now, it wouldn't be out of the question for some of us to have originally come from different versions of the TRC. But so far as I can tell, our accounts line up perfectly, so there's no doubt that we all came from the same place. Okay, but there's still stuff we can't explain, right? Stuff that supported the parallel universe theory? You mean the connection between Nozomi and your old friend, Karura? I'm afraid I'm no closer to solving that mystery. Right now, I can only assume that their likeness to each other is a coincidence, or that they're the same person and something's gone wrong with their memory. Those are our options now? There's no way this is just a coincidence in that case. When you say something's gone wrong, do you mean, hey, you two, what are you whispering about over here? Nothing. Nothing at all. Uh, that's right, we're just having a normal conversation, nothing suspicious here. You know, saying that only makes you seem more suspicious, right? Anyway, all this completely normal conversation is giving me an appetite. Let's dig in. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Eito and I gave our attention wholeheartedly to our food in a vain attempt to throw Nozomi off our trail. Feeling bloated from scarfing down so much so quickly, I went back to my room to let my stomach settle. Whew, now that I think about it, Eito's probably right. Knowing what we do now, there's no reason to think our residential complex exists in a totally different world from this one. But then, how do we explain their differences? Coincidence? Amnesia? Even if we do fit on one of these explanations, how are we supposed to prove it? If I asked Nozomi about it directly, it only put her on the back foot again. She's finally started getting comfortable around me. I don't want to jeopardize that. If I get like this, it's hard to think about anything else. It's starting to wish Ato never shared his theory with me.
Huh?
I need to do something to take my mind off. How should I spend my free time today? I want to at least get the day past day 50. That's my hope. Oh yeah, it said that his report card was updated. I didn't look. Make a wish list. Driving glove. Adds armor for each space move. The weird looking thing plus percentage B1. Why is he in the bathroom? Why do I care? Why not? First time I've seen someone in the bathroom. Why are you so out of breath? Are you feeling okay? Yeah, I was just cleaning the bathroom. I was fighting a stubborn stain, and I ended up completely drenched in sweat. Have you been the one cleaning the bathrooms? Yeah, cleaning toilets is a job for a nobody, so I figured it only makes sense that I do it. As someone at the absolute bottom layer of society. Come on, that's not right. We should all pitch in. It's okay. This is the only way I'll be of any use to you. Besides, the bathroom is a fitting place for a turd like me to end my days. Made a vow to myself to help out with cleaning the bathroom starting today. Your experience unlocked the keyword. Right. Insanely depressed. Alright, see if there's driving gloves. Perfect.
Are you sure I can have this? Hell, you just turned me into mush. At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
2 more. Another day gone. Time sure flies when we're not fighting. Now that I'm alone, though, I can't help coming back to the Nozomi Kara issue. I need to stop thinking about this. There's nothing I can do about it now. Got into bed and, with difficulty, cleared my mind. Didn't want to lose sleep over this problem if I could help it. And so, the curtain fell on my 48th day at Last Defense Academy.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 49th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
Yeah, almost halfway. Everyone's probably meeting up in the cafeteria. I should get going too. Brother Dearest is here. Ah, Mr. Samino, perfect timing. Can I give you a message for the others? A message? What is it? My dear sister and I won't be coming to the cafeteria for a while. I've decided we need to put some distance between ourselves and the rest of the year. In short, I'd like you all to leave us alone. Huh? What do you mean? Your presence is having a pernicious influence on my dear sister, and I can't allow that. Nothing personal. My left flashing me the same carefree smile as always. What the heck was that about? What's going on with those two? She's gonna eventually break free from him. It's a matter of time. Cafeteria is full, like it had been the last few days. Cap and Amo are the only ones missing. Aren't the twins coming today? I don't know. Should I go check on them? I'd offer to do it, but I'm afraid a sight of me so early in the morning would ruin their entire day. I saw him earlier. He's fine. Said he wants us to leave him and Kako alone for a while. Come to think of it, he told me the same thing. Wonder what's gotten into him. Something about us having a pernicious influence on his dear sister, right? Oh, that's just rude. Accurate, though. The walls are awfully thin around here. Yoshika, I heard you and your sword going at it last night. That's a lie. I was being so careful. Nobody could have heard me. You realize you just admitted you were up to something, right? Oh, it's not like Ema treating us like dirt is anything new. I say leave him be. Nothing any of us say is going to convince him to fight anyway. He's never isolated himself in Kako like this before, though. I think you'd better ask him about it next time I see him. Alright, good luck with that. Putting aside our concerns about the Tsukumo twins, excuse me, we continue to eat our breakfast without further incident. After a while, I decided to head back to my room. Even if things are quiet now, I shouldn't let my guard down. I have to be ready for the next attack whenever it does come. And there is his room. You're cleaning the bathroom. Guess I should give you this. Just don't spray yourself.
You're giving something so awesome to useless bug poop like me? Thank you so much!
I can't with this guy. Gonna regret giving it to him.
This excites me so much I might accidentally kill you on impulse.
Science +3.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
All right, day 50 coming up. Looks like I made it through another day. I get the feeling things won't stay this peaceful for much longer. I looked up suddenly, started out of my thoughts. Nothing had really happened, but I sensed something. Was that my imagination? Or was there someone just outside my door? Who is it? I cautiously opened the door, wondering why whoever it was didn't knock or ring the bell. But when I got outside, there was nobody there. Guess I was just imagining it. I felt so sure, though. Oh, and it's raining too. It's really coming down hard. Raindrops are pelting a rooftop all around me, producing a relentless rhythmic beat.
I probably mistook this sound for footsteps or something. Yeah, that must be it. Oh, seriously. This rain stuff is nothing but trouble. I'm gonna get soaked standing out here.
Turned around to go back inside, but found myself gazing up at the sky. The moon. That big rock again. Weird. It looks bigger than it was before. Does it change from day to day? Maybe it's just a trick of the light and the rain.
I want to see the sky and the stars and the moon with my own eyes. This book says they're so pretty, people held parties just to look at them.
Moon? What's that?
A big chunk of rock that floats around the earth. It's close enough that it looks like it's right above your head.
Guess that must be the moon. The one Kara wanted to see so badly.
What's that? It looks like there's something mechanical on the surface.
What?
What's that all about? I thought the moon was meant to be just a hunk of rock.
That's the... Whoa!
You again? When did you...
It's trying to tell me something. Just like before, I still can't hear a thing. I'm trying to look at the jacket. It looks like pointing. It's pointing at something. Like the way that it looks, the right side is pointing, or I guess like this, pointing towards something. That's what it looks like. Maybe that's just the way the lines are formed. So
Never mind that. I'm not letting you get away this time. Everything that's happened to us is your fault. Sirei being killed, Hideko going missing, you were behind all of it, weren't you? What are you? One of the commanders? You know what? Save it. You can explain yourself once I know you're not going anywhere.
just as I lunged forward to grapple with the fiery invader, there was a sound like the sky ripping apart and a blinding flash of light. I was so surprised that my whole body tensed up. My foot came down to slick around at a weird angle, and I lost my balance. The next thing I knew, well, nothing. I totally blacked out.
troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. That's right, folks, you're halfway there, like a lizard on a chair. You're stepped in blood so far. Returning would be as tedious as to go o'er. There's no turning back now. In honor of the occasion, I've unlocked the courtyard. It's the perfect place to enjoy a moment of quiet contemplation. I've also prepared a special gift for each and every one of you brave soldiers.
That's interesting.
I'll give them to you in person, so come find me in the cafeteria.
Came to lying on the cold, hard surface of the school rooftop. Was I dreaming? No, my back was aching too badly for this to be anything but real. For a moment, I couldn't remember how I got there. Then it all came rushing back. The invader made of undying flames appeared again last night. Right, he attacked me. What's that weird technique he used? It looked like the whole sky lit up for a second, and then... Are you alright? What are you doing out here? Oh, hey, Ata. That was some weather we had last night, huh? I've never seen lightning before. Lightning? A discharge of electricity from storm clouds. It happens here in the outside world from time to time. Probably heard the thunder. That's the sound of it hitting the ground. There's enough force in each strike to cause instant death. Instant death? That's what I read, anyway. Lightning is rare, but when it happens, it's swift and deadly. Honestly, with such dangerous natural phenomenons to deal with, it's hard to believe humanity survived out here for as long as they did. Wait, natural phenomena? So all that was just natural? It wasn't an attack? But then why did I... Sure you're feeling alright, Jimmy? You look pale. Maybe you should get some rest. I can bring you your breakfast if you like. I don't mind making a trip twice for you. That's what friends are for, right? No, I'm fine. I just need a minute. I'll see you in the cafeteria. Okay, so let me know if there's anything I can do for you. With a reluctant smile, Ato went on ahead. That lightning flash wasn't something an invader did. Why did I end up passing out until morning? How did it happen again? I thought back to the events of last night. I lunged for the fire invader. There was a flash of light and a loud bang. Then I was falling. Did I slip on the wet ground and hit my head? Guess that would explain it. That would have left me completely defenseless, though. Why didn't the invader finish me off? Another measure to add to the pile. I should let the others know about this. Probably in the cafeteria already. See what their response is. When I got to the cafeteria, I found everyone discussing the new area that had opened. The courtyard, right? Yeah, I saw it. Looks pretty nice, huh? Yeah, it's a little on the plain side, but I like that it's got a ton of space. Why are there cages there? I don't see any animal. Cage that big, we could keep an invader or two. I'd make it nice and comfy for them. Invaders are our enemies, not pets. Never mind that. Where's my present? I was promised a special gift for being a brave soldier. Are you saying there's no gift? No, everything is lies. There's not much we can do about that. Saray isn't here anymore. What do you think he was going to give us? The announcement made it sound pretty special. Doubtless it would be something intended to boost our morale and bring us some measure of joy, so perhaps a new set of torture instruments? Collars with bombs in them? You two are the only ones who'd want something like that. Now has a big wad of cash, just my luck I'd missed out on getting it. I hated to ruin the mood, but they needed to know. I raised my voice to make myself heard above the tumult.
Yeah!
Everyone, can I have your attention for a minute? There's something I need to... Huh? Before I could go on, I was cut off by a blaring siren.
Oh.
The alarm. The invaders are back already?
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Seriously? There's usually more time between attacks than this. No fair. Springing another one on us this early? Gonna hurl. No matter how many times I hear the siren, it never gets any easier to deal with. Let's go, everyone. If the invaders are attacking, there's only one thing for us to do. Come, unwashed masses, to the war room. Right, let's do it. Everybody hurried out of the room, effectively putting the conversation on hold. Talking about last night can wait. Defending the school comes first. That's what I have to focus on right now. Defeat the invaders, defend the school, save mankind. Sounds like a perfect time to save, because I am not engaging in all of this, because I will not. 50. Alright, off to the war room. Alright, everyone's here. Let's get out there and kick some ass. Tonight, but it won't be franchise. Franchise probably won't get touched until next week. Wait a minute. I've been checking the security feed and something's not right. What you mean? Yamu pointed to the monitor.
There's no one there. I did a sweep of the whole perimeter, but the place is empty.
Huh.
Hey, you're right. Where are the invaders?
Don't tell me that was a false alarm.
Oh, I doubt that.
They must be invisible. We'll have to, like, pelt them with bags of flour or something.
Look! What's that? There!
Oh yeah, there's something. No, someone out there. Maybe a commander.
Coming out to face us all alone? I can't help but admire its courage.
I'm not so sure about that. Doesn't it look a little unsteady on its feet?
I'm pretty sure the security cameras have a zoom function. Here, I'll see if I can get us a closer look.
Tsubasa pressed a few buttons, and the image on the screen zeroed in on the strange figure, gradually showing more and more details.
A wrestler?
Let's go!
This one's not wearing a mask or nothing. Is that what the commanders look like underneath?
No, that's not a commander! It's Moko!
Huh?
It's Moko! She's come back to us!
Really?
That's Moko?
Moko!
He rushed outside to where the girl had collapsed and carried her back to the school. There was still a vacant room on the roof, so we set her up in there. It looks like she's not hurt too badly. I think she just passed out from exhaustion. That's a relief. Got to say, though, I'm surprised. Is this really the girl you told us about before? Yes, this is Moko Majuro. Our friend, our ally, the one who saved our lives. She stopped the invaders from destroying the second campus at the expense or cost of being taken prisoner, right? I guess she must have found a way to escape. I always knew she'd be alright. If the high school pro wrestling scene couldn't break her, what chance did the invaders have? I like that we have a wrestler on the team. That's an ultimate skill that I can definitely vouch for. So it's not just a costume. She's an actual wrestler. I wonder how she got through the wall of fire, though. Maybe she followed some invaders in. Or rather, she waited for them to make a hole in the wall, defeated them before they could use it, then went through herself.
Ah.
But that would mean she defeated a whole squad by herself. Trust me, Moko could have done it. That'll explain why she's so tired now. Well, it's a better theory than anything I can come up with. If Moko's that strong, having her on the team is going to do wonders for our morale. I was so worried. I wanted to keep believing she'd be okay, but she was gone so long. Seemed like this Moko girl really means a lot to Nozomi. No, not just her. Agamo, Yoshika, and Kurara clearly care about her too. They told me before that she saved their lives, but I never really got the full story. Look, she's opening her eyes.
Huh?
Moko, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Nozomi.
Nozomi? And some guy I don't know? You brought your boyfriend over to watch me sleep? So not cool.
Did you come here all the way from the invaders' base? All alone? Are you going to be okay?
I like how she just casually just powered through the boyfriend comment.
I'm fine. You know me. They must have ripped the F section out of my dictionary, because I don't know the meaning of the word fatigue. All this fatigue is really getting to me, though.
Ow. She knows the meaning of that word just fine.
Anyone got a moist towelette? My skin's gonna dry out if I don't take off my makeup before bed.
Oh, moist. I love that. Oh, people hate that word so much. Every time I hear someone say moist, it makes me laugh. With a last nonsensical murmur about her skin, Moko closed her eyes and her head went limp. She's okay, just sleeping. She'll probably need more time to recover completely. At least she's not in any serious danger. I'm sure she'll be fine once she gets some rest. And now that she's on school grounds, we can revive her if the worst happens. Hopefully it won't come to that, though. I hope so. Come on, let's give her some privacy. She wouldn't like you watching her sleep, no matter how fascinating it is to you. Right. She'll let her rest. Come on, let's go. Nozomi and I quietly slipped out of Moko's room. Once we were outside, Nozomi heaved a sigh of relief. This is such a load off my mind. I can hardly believe Moko found her way back to us. I thought we'd be searching for her a lot longer. I always knew we'd get her back in the end, but I never expected it to be this easy. Let's hope this means our luck's starting to turn. Hey, about the battle when Moko got captured, what exactly happened back then? If it's okay with you, I'd like to hear more about how it all went down. That's fine. I guess I did just skim over it before. When we first woke up at the academy, we were scared and confused. From what you told me, it probably wasn't too different from how things were here. But Moko took charge and stopped us all from falling apart. That's just the kind of person she is. Whenever we were feeling down, she always knew what to say to cheer us up. Her smile could really light up a room. It's thanks to her we learned to work as a real team. We never have made it this far if it weren't for her. I wish we had someone like that here. But it wasn't just her personality. She could pull her weight in battle and then some. She'd plow through any enemies that got in her way. It was amazing. I even saw her suplex an invader the size of a train once. What? Wow. Brock Lesnar, eat your heart out. She used wrestling moves on invaders? That is amazing. But then, on our 10th day at the academy, a huge swarm of invaders attacked. It was only our second real battle, and even with Moko's help, we were totally out of our league. On top of that, the invaders weren't attacking blindly. They had a strategy, and they executed it perfectly. kind of strategy.
Uh,
They kept us busy with their main force on the north side of the school grounds while sending out strike teams to isolate and eliminate us one by one. We were still new to fighting, and even when we realized what was going on, we couldn't react to it in time. Didn't take them long to destroy the barrier.
Moko and I were the only ones left standing. Yugamu, Kurara, and Kyoshika were all dead.
Right.
Even worse, a stray shot put our revival-matic out of commission, and Nigo, the only one who knew how to repair it, was captured.
Really? Nigo?
If we couldn't get him back, those three would be gone forever. But I had my hands full just keeping the invaders away from the school. Right when I thought my strength was going to fail me, Moko made her move. She knew losing Nigo would mean losing any hope of bringing the others back, so she charged right into the invaders' main force to rescue him.
She took them all on. Alone.
Yes, and there were a lot of them. More than enough to rival any squad we've fought since.
Hmm. I don't know if it was adrenaline or latent power or just desperation, but she somehow managed to make it to Nico and throw him to safety. After that, though, she barely had any energy left, and that's when they captured her, huh? Nico got the infirmary up and running and revived the others as fast as he could, but it was too late. The enemy was leaving, taking Moko with them. By the time we could fight again, they were already gone. That commander must have used his brainwashing arrows to make her come quietly. No wonder everyone from the second campus loves Moko so much. If it hadn't been for her, they really would have been wiped out. She must have known when she charged in that she wouldn't make it out again. She was just lucky they decided to take her prisoner instead of killing her outright. Seeing her again, I can't help getting emotional. To do all that and escape, and find her way here on her own, she's so amazing. Yeah, there's really no other word for it. That's the part that bothers me, though. How did she escape? And how did she find us? Huh. Guess we'll just have to ask her when she wakes up. Nozomi and I went our separate ways, and I spent the rest of the day lounging around in my room. And that was day 50 at Last Defense Academy. We didn't fight any invaders, but we still had plenty to think about. Alright, now we're into the second 50. Up and Atom troops!
Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 51st day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Ichiro Day, or Barrett Root Day, whichever you prefer.
Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
First things first, I should go to the cafeteria and see how everyone's doing. Well, everyone except Hima and Kako.
Hey!
What's up, Takumi? You pumped to start a new day? Another day defending humanity's future. I'm totally raring to go. Heck, I've always gotten fired up about helping people. Just ain't right to sit on the sidelines when you can make things better, you know? Appearances really can be deceiving. When I first met Takamaru, he seemed like a common street thug, but he's actually just a really nice guy. I think. Talk to Shoma. Wish he's not cleaning the bathrooms right now. Hello. Hear me. Say, have you been to the courtyard yet? If you haven't, It's worth taking a look around. The plants are really well maintained, and there are even animal pens there. There's no animals in them right now, but they look like they'd be a nice place to live. And they're big enough that you could fit a person inside. But maybe you've seen them already. If that's the case, just ignore me. I'm sorry for being such an insufferable Budinsky. But I have not seen the courtyard. In fact, where is the courtyard? But there's still one room there. 2, 3. There it is. Check out the courtyard. Oh, this is nice. So this is the courtyard. Are those cages over there? Are we meant to keep animals here? That look like for prisoners. They're too big for rabbits or guinea pigs. They actually look human-sized. The gaps between the bars are pretty narrow. There's not even enough space to reach a hand through. There's a notice here. Let's see. Attention. These cages are fitted with electromagnetic wave generators. They can be used to disable prisoners' powers and abilities. Disable their powers? Does that include Emo Anima? Why would we need to lock anyone up here, though? Emma said he often showered in a fountain when he was little. Had a tough life, huh? Does this mean I can go inside? No. Still can't. Your camera. Nothing really going on there. Alright, and cafeteria should be here. A little bit further. Let's went all the way around. Paco and Emo weren't in the cafeteria that morning. I'd expected that, but Nozomi's not there, nor is Mocha. Nozomi was missing too. Are those peculiar siblings still chewing our company? Seems like it. They're spending all their time in Ema's room. I'm starting to worry about them. What could they be doing in there all day? Please don't. Probably something cliche and mundane, like planning a suicide pact. There's nothing mundane about that. Brother and sister, alone together. Perhaps they're... Nay, such a thing would be far too outrageous, yeah, please. But we don't have to say it out loud. Do I even want to know what you're imagining? Who needs them? No point worrying too much. I haven't seen Nozomi this morning either. Is my pathetic presence repelling her? She's fine. Moko still hasn't woken up, so she's decided to watch over her and make sure she's okay. Too bad for you, Takumi. Huh? I wasn't... Ah, you're blushing. Don't try to hide it, man. I can read you like a book. You want to get up close and personal with Nozomi, right? Maybe wrap your hand around her heart and feel its warmth before it beats its last?
Hey!
Was that a threat? Was it meant to sound romantic? I seriously can't tell with you. Young love. Why couldn't I have ended up in a killing game with someone with an itchy trigger finger? Don't sell yourself short, Kurumi. You can't just throw your life away with the first murderer who takes an interest in you. Those one-night stabs might seem exciting, but there's so much more meaning in a committed relationship, one where you let your bloodlust grow over time. Trust me, your death has value. You need to treat it with respect. Wow, that's dark. Gotta hand it to you. If you take out all the serial killer crap, that almost sounds like good advice. How is Moko doing? Even in the state she was in, I didn't think she'd stay unconscious this long. Why not kill her and fix her up that way? Ah, she does have a point, though. Surely you jest. Even if she can be revived, Lady Moko is still our friend. We can never willingly harm her. Let's push her off the roof.
Oh.
Even I don't want to offer that way. It'd be such a waste of a good target. You guys have to talk about death and killing so much? I'm trying to eat. It is a lot to deal with first thing. I guess we can put this discussion on hold until later. After a while, we finished breakfast, left the cafeteria, and went back to our rooms for the time being. Free time? So, Moko hasn't woken up since yesterday, and Nozomi must be so worried. Not much I can do for her directly, but maybe I can take some of the pressure off her in my own way. To do that, I need to be as ready as I can be for the next attack. Go with crazy lady. Actually, no, I'm gonna regret this, but he seems to be the character that I'm most interested in, even though he's disturbingly evil. Want to do a little cooking with me? Sure, why not? I'm shocked. You can cook. Despite how I look, I have a rather domestic side. Maybe I should be a house husband in the future. I kid, of course. This is actually more like training than cooking. I'm working on my poisoning technique. But poisoning? Mixing poison into delicious food and leading my target to their eternal rest. A pro assassin must be well versed in the art of cooking. Oh, right. He's an assassin. I wish he wouldn't do assassin training at the school. Your experience unlocked the keyword. Professional. Pronunciation up to. More free time. Alright, let's head to get thematic and see if I can give him something. I want to give you anything. Filter. Professional. Toolkit. Scalpel. I feel like he will like that. Maybe. Maybe like a walk. Well, scalpel. See how he feels about it. You may not like it though.
This excites me so much, I might accidentally kill you on impulse.
Whoa. So I guess he likes this. Grab a drink real quick. Accidentally kill you on impulse. Rude. Investigation went up by 20.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Nighttime already. Today's gone pretty quick. Oh, with all the excitement of Moko showing up, I completely forgot. I was supposed to tell everyone about my encounter with the ghost boy the night before last. I never figured out what happened after I was knocked out. He'll be here in the school somewhere for all we know. If I start talking about that now, though, I'll probably only make everyone more confused. I resolved to bring it up tomorrow morning instead. For now, it was late, and I needed to get some sleep. 52. Ian Gold. Just hitting up those Buccaneer linebackers.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 52nd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Okay, time to go to the cafeteria and tell everyone about what happened. Do it. Let's do it. Hey, it's Nozomi. Moko's still unconscious. She's able to swallow liquids, and sometimes she seems like she's vaguely aware of her surroundings. Can't help but worry, though. I'm gonna stay by her side until she's ready to wake up. It's gonna be a lot of work. Remember to take care of yourself as well, okay? I know. I came back to change and freshen up, but I should be getting back to Moko now. The longer Moko stays unconscious, the worse Nozomi is going to feel. Hope she wakes up soon. Conveniently wake up for the next battle. That's how we do things. Let's see if anyone even believes him. If I was expecting a peaceful morning, those hopes were shattered the moment I got inside the cafeteria.
I told you! I've had enough!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kako and Ima. I actually didn't even notice they were right there. They're actually here today. What's going on? Is Lady Kako going through a rebellious phase? I well remember when the Holy Jumanji sword got like that. Every time I tried to hug her, she sliced me up. But looking back on it, she was still endearing, in her own way. They're having some kind of disagreement. I've never seen them like this before. It's all happening now. Fight, fight, fight. He almost left some of his experiments in here. He really shouldn't be putting them next to the food. Ah, that's funny. Now things are getting interesting. Talk to Kako. You'll see what I mean. So cold my breath turns into white mist. Would I catch a cold if I came here to hide from the heat in the summer? I want that line to pop up again. It won't. What's going on with those two? I've got a bad feeling about this. First they disappear for days on end, now they're getting all dramatic. I think I liked it better the way it was before. Well, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm no good at explaining things. You're better off asking her about it yourself. Never seen her get so angry before. She's actually pretty scary. I think you should talk to her. This is her moment. Hey, Kako, what's up? Is something wrong? I can't take it anymore. Always doing what my brother tells me, staying in his room all day. I've had enough of it. At this rate, we'll pass the whole 100 days just hiding, not doing anything useful. I don't want that. I want that you want out.
I want to fight too, just like everyone else.
Yeah. You do? Well, it's about time. But hey, better late than never. Of course, you can join the team. Let's 86 those invaders and save the world together. 86. I don't get what that means.
Don't be so ridiculous. Who gives a rat's ass about the world?
Oh! That's quite harsh, sir. What was that? Yeah, so we shouldn't care about the world, only just being selfish and caring about yourself. All of you, do you see what you've done? Are you proud of yourself? All your ridiculous talk of teamwork and fighting for a greater cause has poisoned my dear sister's mind. Nobody's poisoned me, brother dearest. Why? Why are you always like this? You never let me do anything. You never even call me by my name. Do you have any idea how much I hate that sister dearest stuff? I know you don't want me to get hurt, but I can't go on like this anymore. Everyone is working so hard, putting their lives on the line, while we just keep ourselves safe.
If you want to be a coward, you can do it alone.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a low blow. A coward? Sister dearest, why would you say such an awful thing to me? I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. How much longer is this family drama going to go on? Falling asleep over here. Oh, shut up. Don't butt in. We need to work this out between the two of them. Brother dearest, please. For once, just listen to me. Let me do what I want. This is important. Let me fight.
Let me do something that matters. That's all I ask.
Well, this is a surprise. I don't think I've ever heard you speak so forcefully, sister dearest. You're really serious about this, aren't you? I guess there's only one thing for me to do then.
I have to punish you for stepping so far out of line and give you a thorough re-education.
What? The look on his face, too. Wow. What? Come along. Back to our room. You need a stern talking to. No, please. Come along, sister dearest. Do as your dear brother says. He grabbed her hand and started dragging her towards the door, but before he could get there... That's enough. Give it a rest, man. Takamaru stepped in to block their path. I don't care if you are a brother. You got no right to treat Kako like this. If you really love her, shouldn't you respect her opinion a little more? What did you say? What makes you think you have any right to decide what's best for my dear sister?
I have to protect her. From herself, if necessary. Now, get out of my way!
He moved too fast for me to follow. One moment he was reaching into his pocket. The next he shoved something sharp and deadly looking into his Takamaru's side. Wow.
Takamaru! You piece of shit. It's your own fault for interfering. I am my dear sister's protector. Her rock, her guiding light, her everything. Her happiness is my responsibility and mine alone. She is what gives my life meaning. I would do anything to keep her safe. Any act of violence, or cowardice, or cruelty. Nothing is too extreme for me.
Takamaru fell to the floor, a red puddle spreading out beneath him. I mean, technically he could revive, but man, you'd be so pissed when you found out what happened. No freaking way! He straight up shivved him. Playing some Last of Us. There's so much blood. Kinda get you in the mood, doesn't it? The killings have finally started. No, she's happy. Come on, we have to stop the bleeding. We can use a tablecloth for bandages. Someone help me tear it into strips. But if I touch anything, my total failure pathogens could infect the wound. Wow. Never mind that. Just do it. We all crowded around doing whatever we could to help our fallen friend. Wait a minute. The culprits escaped. Huh? She was right. While the rest of us were busy tending to Takamaru's injury, he had disappeared, and he'd taken Kako with him.
Hey!
They're both gone. Wasn't anyone watching the door?
Ugh.
The coward. A true warrior would stay and face retribution for his action. Ah, just look at all that blood. I'm about to start drooling. We can deal with those two later. Right now, Takamaru takes priority. I think he's passed out from losing so much blood. We should dress the wound and get him somewhere he can rest. Ah. There's no rush. If he dies, we can just take him to the infirmary and bring him back. Still have to try to save him. Someone help me with his leg. We did our best to get Takamaru patched up. Then Eito, Nagamu, Gaku, and I carried him back to his room. Wow. Alright. Lower him down. Gently.
Huh?
Right. Once we got him into bed, we thought the hard part was over, but we were wrong. Takamaru's eyes flew open and he immediately tried to get back up. That son of a bitch! Where is he? I'm gonna tear him limb from fucking limb. Stop moving around. You're gonna make it worse. You need rest. This is just a scratch. Barely even hurts. Yeah, I can barely move. You're not fooling anyone, man. He cut you open. Of course it hurts. Bringing you back to full health with the Revive-O-Matic's always an option. What do you say? I can make it quick. Don't give me that. Dying in battle's one thing, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let something like this do me in. Of course. Death isn't something to be treated lightly, even if we do have the option of bringing people back.
Hey.
In that case, you have to stay here and rest until your wounds heal. Don't tell me what to do. I can get up just... yeah. See? What did I tell you? That was wild. David, I have a question for you, though, before I continue. Can you catch alpha Pokemon? Because I messed up. I wanted to try, but I hit a critical, I think. Man, so I missed an opportunity to try to catch him. And I'm so mad now. I'm so mad. Ah, damn it. I'll get that little bastard for this. Nobody pulls a knife on Takamaru and gets away with it. Oh, you know I'm gonna be looking for sure. Guys, hear that? Him is mine. Don't go past any vigilante justice until I'm back on my feet.
Huh?
Yeah, sure. Not like I was about to go after him anyway. I just don't understand. Why would he do something like this to a friend? It's always been protective of Pako, but this is taking it to another level. Gotcha. Damn it, Otto. I didn't end up playing too long because I have a short amount of time. I thought I was going to have a battle in this, so I was trying to do both. And unfortunately, I got duped by a battle. Otherwise, I'd probably still be playing Pokemon. I thought it was a battle, but it wasn't. But we did find another party member. Damn it, all the hell. When I get my hands on him... Why did it have to be Takamaru if he lashed out at? Things are only going to get worse now. He's going to kill him. Try to. We spent the rest of the day tending to Takamaru, forcing him back down whenever he tried to get up. Eventually, he fell asleep and we finally felt confident leaving him alone. It was pretty late by the time I got back to my room. What a day. As if we didn't have enough on our plates with Moko's condition. Now we have to worry about Ima going postal on us too. Really gone too far this time. What was he thinking? Huh? What's that? As I look absently around my room, I caught sight of something that hadn't been there before. Paper scrap. There's a scrap of paper by the door. How did this get there?
Ah.
Some kind of note? Did someone leave it for me while I was gone? I picked up the paper and turned it over to find a message on the other side. The handwriting was rough and messy, as if it had been written in a hurry. Please convince my brother to let me fight. It's this? I don't recognize her writing, but given the content, this could only come from Kaka. She must have slipped away from him at some point and slid it under my door. And she wants me to get him to change his mind. That's quite the tall order. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who can be won over with a little argument. Not to mention, if I said the wrong thing, he might stab me too.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Wow, it really is getting late. Must have spent more time with Takamaru than I realized. Maybe I'll show this note to everyone in the morning and ask them what they think I should do. If I'm going to talk him around, I'll need all the help I can get. Still puzzling over Kako's request, I slipped into a light, troubled sleep. My 52nd day of Last Defense Academy was over, and I wasn't sorry to see it go either. Sheldon Quarles, day 53. Underrated Buccaneer linebacker. One of the best middle linebackers we've had. Well, he's not Levante, but he's still really good.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 53rd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy!
47 days to go. Well, technically 48 if you include today.
Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Huh? Who would be calling on me this early? Still feeling groggy, I opened the door and was met with a bright greeting and a cheery smile for Rumi. Oh, I do not want to see you this early in the morning, and please keep your hands out where I can see them. Good morning, Mr. Samina. Ima? Forgive me for skipping the small talk. I'm going to come right out and ask, are you hiding something from me? Hiding something? Perhaps I'm just imagining it. But then again, maybe I'm not. Well, which is it? Really? I just want to be sure I heard you correctly. Are you hiding something from me or not? No. Really? I'm going to keep saying no. Is he going to force me to say yes? So the game's not going to let me lie? It's not going to let me lie. I wouldn't say I was hiding it from you, but I did find a note from Kaka last night. Never actually saw her, though. She probably just slipped it under the door. That does look like my dear sister's handwriting. May I? Without waiting for an answer, it took the note from me and screwed it up into a tight ball. Hey, what are you doing? My dear sister clearly puts a lot of stock in your rotary skills if she thinks they'd work on me. How about we make a deal, Mr. Samino? A deal? If you really need more firepower, I don't mind joining the team. What? I do have one condition, though. You have to convince my dear sister not to fight. Convince Kaka. She's going through a rebellious phase. No matter what I say, she refuses to see fit. I'd like you to use your talent for talking to people to get her to give up on this silly notion of fighting like the rest of you.
Ah.
If you can do that, I'll gladly put my life on the line instead.
Ah,
You really mean that?
Aha.
Cross my heart.
Hmm.
Any attempt to put my dear sister on the battlefield is doomed to failure. She's meant to be protected, not a protector. She just needs somebody to convince her that this is for the best. That's where you come in.
Hmm.
If you can manage that, I'll do enough fighting for the both of us.
Ah.
Well, do we have a deal? No.
Duh?
Don't be like that, Mr. Samino. Do we have a deal? Not gonna let me. Forcing me. Like, let her make her own decisions.
Hey.
Alright, I have a feeling you're not going to take no for an answer anyway. Yeah, clearly we saw that. Another astute observation. Thank you for making this so easy, Mr. Samino. Believe me, you've made the right choice.
Hmm.
My dear sister's a lot of things, but a fighter is not one of them. If one of us has to get our hands dirty, it should be me. Anyone can see that, yeah. So,
ah.
okay, just as long as you hold up your end of the deal. I've already given you my word. Do I look like a liar to you? Yes. That's why I mentioned it. By the way, what if I can't persuade her? What do you do then? Such a negative attitude. Ill becomes you, Mr. Samino. If that does happen, though, maybe I'll just break down the door to the defense room and end the war that way. What?
Hmm.
So long as my dear sister can live the rest of her life in peace and safety, I don't care what happens to humanity or the planet.
Uh-huh.
If I judge that this war is putting her in undue danger, I won't hesitate to end it by any means necessary. Said all this with the same placid smile on his face that he always wore. If I didn't know better, I might have thought he was joking. I did know better, though. Behind that smile, he was dead serious. He would gladly doom humanity if it meant keeping his sister safe. She really is his entire world.
Ah.
Now that that's settled, you should get to work.
Hmm.
If you can't talk her around by the time Takame, or God, I can't think of his name right now, recovers, it will only complicate matters.
Hey.
And remind me, whose fault is that? Guilty as charged. Well, good luck. He waved nonchalantly and sauntered out of the room, looking like he didn't have a care in the world.
Hmm.
So, turns out I'll be trying to convince Packer. I don't like it, but him hasn't given me a lot of choice. He's not going to budge on this, I can tell. And honestly, he does have a point about her not being much of a fighter. I'll have to act like I've accepted her request and turn it around on her once she's opened up to me. Kind of a rotten thing to do, but it's for the greater good. I'll start by asking others about her. Well, that's definitely an interesting turn of events. I wasn't expecting that. What's up, Bo? We need to find all the other people because we have to convince. I don't know what I'm doing. This weirdo. How's it going, Mr. Samino? Please be careful not to let on to my dear sister that you're trying to convince her and not me. I understand, but I need your help, too. Your brother and sister. You must have some info about her you can share, right?
Oh.
I'd rather not let a single soul know any private details about my darling sister, but I suppose I have no choice this time.
Aha.
What would you like to know?
Huh?
Well, do you know anything about what she wants right now? That would undeniably be a motorcycle, or more precisely, a scooter.
Ah.
Scooter.
Yeah.
Our father was a detective. He often rode a scooter to work, an old-fashioned one. That made her want one as well.
Hmm.
Oh, it's the first I've heard about your father being a detective.
Ah.
Well, he and our mother both passed away from a traffic accident while we were in elementary school. In spite of that, My dear sister has always admired our father's detective work. See, ever since our parents died, it's been just the two of us. We ate whatever we could to survive. We begged and even dumpster dived. I've done so many foul things for the sake of money. Oh, I can imagine. Weren't there any other adults who take care of you? Huh, of course. We had a relative that said they'd take care of us. But let's just say we've seen no shortage of the dark side of adults like that. What? That's why I decided never to trust anyone. So as long as I had my dear sister, that was enough for me. I don't want my dear sister to see how foul this world truly is. I'm the only one who needs to bear that shame. I'll do whatever it takes for her sake, even if it means licking a stranger's boots.
Oh, yes.
10 years on Twitch. I think I've been streaming for close to 10 years. On a regular basis, I want to say probably this fall would make 10 years of streaming. My account should be older for sure, because my account should be back in 2014, I believe. 2013, November 2013. I think that's when I got a PS4. As a matter of fact, let me look up the launch date of the PS4, because that was my first exposure to Twitch. November 29th. So it's before. No, November 15th. That makes sense. So a week after. So that's the reason for a strange attachment to Kako. And you, Mr. Samino, have been tasked with convincing my dear sister not to fight. Please take this assignment seriously. You have a lot of good info to offer. So, Kako is an old-fashioned shooter, huh? I'll have to remember that. I doubt it, though. Call me crazy, but I doubt it. Bakamaru, are you okay out here with that injury? This little scrape's nothing. Kako apologized for it, you know? She ain't so bad. It's that asshole brother of hers that's the problem. Yeah, seems like she's getting tired of putting up with him, too. Thought she was pretty badass, speaking up about how she wants to fight. That shit stain just had to go screw it up. Hey, calm down. You'll make the wound worse if you get worked up. By the way, do you know anything about Kako? I'm trying to learn more about her. Let's see. When I was screwing around with my ride, she came to talk to me. She said she wanted to try driving it, but I shot her down. Can't do that without a license. Wow, you're surprisingly upstanding about that kind of thing. Damn right I am. It's against the law. Oh yeah, that reminds me. You want this thing? A bicycle? Where'd you find that? Out in the ruins. It's worn to shit, but it's still usable. Bikes ain't so bad, you know? I patrolled the turf on one, so I got my license. That's not how you win either, Bowen. I do find it funny. When it comes to ownership for sports, most owners lose money. So I always laugh when people just spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money. Like, it's easy when it's not your money to spend. You do have to spend some to win, but you can't just dump all your money in, because guess what? No one likes to lose money. No one. Their money's deferred, and it's an ownership group. It's not one person. Thanks, I'll take it. Sure. Do what you want with it. Smack people with it. Cuddle it. There's very few owners that really just go completely in and just will sell their soul in terms of money to win. Oh, sorry. Think I opened the wound a little. Gonna go back to my room and rest. Alright. Bakamaru doesn't seem like he's recovering very well, but maybe I can use this bike for something. While we're here, Oh, won't let me do it now. Hmm. You want to know about Kako? Only been able to talk to her a little every now and then.
Huh?
Anything you can tell me is fine. Well, when I'm tinkering with cars in here, she always has a sparkle in her eyes. And she's really enthusiastic when she asks me about bikes and driving techniques. I think she's into that stuff. I see. Thanks. That helps a lot. It's nothing. Don't mention it. Hey, by the way, check this out. It's a prototype I just finished. A custom-made motorcycle engine. Pretty sweet, right? I overhauled it in my spare time to relax. I tuned it up so much, I'm gonna give a real smooth ride from now on. To be honest, I can't tell what's so special about it, but I'm glad you're happy. You're so happy with the results. Yep, I'm really proud of this one. But this is only a prototype of something Takamaro asked me to do, so I've still got plenty more to work on. Motorcycle engine, huh?
Huh?
Hey, Tsubasa, do you think I could have that prototype? Huh? It's fine with me, but does that mean you're building something? Maybe. I don't know if it'll work yet, though. Thanks for the engine, and the info about Kako, too. It really helps. Alright, well, guess we'll see. Alright. Hello, Shuma. Huh? Info about Kako?
Huh?
Yeah, can you tell me what you know about her? Conversations you've had with her or anything like that? I'm sorry, but I don't really talk to her very often. I wouldn't want her to catch any airborne particles from a pessimistic fungus like me. Haven't you interacted with her at all? Though, come to think of it, when I was starting Takamaru's super intense to hell and back training regimen, she did drop in on us. But before she could say anything, Hima showed up and took her back to his room. Maybe she wanted to train with you? She does seem pretty enthusiastic about joining the fight. Think so? Thought for sure she came to observe a social oddity on the verge of death, dripping with sweat and snot. I'm still curious about the training involved. No one could have expected as dramatic a transformation as yours. Oh, if that's the case, maybe you like this. Tire? What for? Part of the training was having me run while pulling a tire. If you're interested, feel free to use it yourself. Don't worry, I fully disinfected it. My inferior... Oh my god, I cannot talk tonight. Inferiorness. Good God, I cannot talk. Spores aren't on it anymore. Okay, thanks. I don't plan on doing any training, but maybe I can use this for something. Might as well hold on to it. And then we need to go see her herself. She's in the library. Interesting. She's not in her room. Oh, did you get the note I wrote you? The one about convincing your brother? Oh, good. You did get it. I wrote it so I could ask for your help without my dear brother finding out. Sorry to trouble you. So, what do you think? Will you be able to convince them? Well, I'm still getting all the information I can first. Really? Thank you, Taki. But are you sure about this? He seems dead set on not letting you fight. Whatever. He's always treating me like a child, telling me sister dearest this and sister dearest that. And after what he did to Takamaru, he did cross the line there, it's true. He went to crazy levels to protect you. It's always been like that. Probably will be until the day I die, but I can't live like this. So what would you want to do if you could live your own life? I want to be a detective. Detective? Yes, just like the person I've always admired. But never mind about me. Counting on you, Taki. Please convince my brother somehow. If I press her any further, she might get suspicious. So, she wants her independence so she can become a detective. Is that the only reason? Okay. The thing Kako wants is... That would undeniably be a motorcycle, more precisely a scooter. That an old-fashioned scooter would make her happy. I've got all the materials. I'd better head over to Gift-O-Matic and whip up an old-fashioned scooter right away. Alright, finish. Now I just have to give it to Kako and hope it helps convince her. Alright. How did it go? Were you able to convince my brother? Huh? You're giving me the scooter? It's the same model as the one my father wrote. Wow, this is amazing. It's like he's here with me again. I've always wanted a bike like this. Thank you. She had tears of joy in her eyes. She was undoubtedly thinking about her father. She's bearing her soul like an innocent child. This is my chance to convince her. Kako, to tell the truth, there's something you and I need to talk about. We need to talk? Is it about you wanting to ride the scooter too? No, it's not that. Farima, I'm sorry, but I can't help you convince him. But why? You said you'd help me. Because I see the things the same way he does. You really aren't meant for the battlefield, Kako. Persuasion. How could you? Your gift made me so happy.
But you only brought it here at my brother's suggestion to convince me. I won't change my mind, no matter what anyone says. I don't want us to run away from everything like cowards anymore. I want to be part of the team and fight beside you.
I didn't double up on the button, but I'm pretty sure I had the wrong
You
answer.
brought it here at my brother's suggestion to convince me. I won't change my mind, no matter what anyone says. I don't want us to run away from everything like...
So I was right, okay.
It's not like that.
It's just that I agree you'd be better off not fighting. How can you say that, Takumi? Please, hear me out. He's worried about you. He doesn't want the person he cares most about to be in danger. And I understand how he feels, that's why. But you're forcing me not to fight. It's always been this way. He's always held me back, intervening and telling me it's for your own good, Sister Dears. He won't even call me by my name. He only worries about himself.
He just controls me however he sees fit. I refuse to give in to him. This time, I'll fight of my own free will.
You might be right.
Definitely goes too far trying to protect you. Okay, that didn't work. I thought we were gonna go with, you might be right, but...
He just controls me however he sees fit. I refuse to give in to him. This time, I'll fight of my own free will.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna keep talking. That's easy then. So I'll just jump right into the choice.
He just controls me however he's...
You're wrong, Kako.
Kako. How can you say that? Because he told me he'd fight in your place. That's why he asked me to come here. So I could convince you to stay out of danger. But what? Do you think someone who just wants to control their sister would do something like that? He must care about you with all his heart. You're the only family he has. Brother dearest.
Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. It's all just him deciding things in the end. I'm his only family, but he never discusses things with me. It's just so cruel. I hate him.
No, you don't.
Do you really, though?
Call your bluff. What do you mean? I heard about your past from Ima. What? Just been you two ever since your parents passed in that traffic accident, right? Your brother has desperately struggled to protect you since then. He'd literally do anything for you. Sure, you may be overbearing at times, but that just means his bond with you is deeper than anyone or anything else. Your lives have been nothing but pain, but you were able to overcome it together. There's no way you could actually hate him. He cares about you with all his heart, and I think you care about him just as much as he cares about you, Taka. Taka.
We put our lives on the line in this war. We could die at any time.
Technically, you could be revived, but that's...
I wouldn't want someone I care about getting dragged into it. You lost your parents. You should understand that feeling. So please, don't do anything reckless. Do it for the person who loves you more than anyone in the world. You know how much you mean to Ima. You need to keep yourself safe for him.
No, I can't do that.
What? What? Huh? My dear brother's always putting me first, it's true. And I do appreciate everything he's done for me. But there's another side to this. That's weird because I updated it, but it didn't update. So let me change it again. But I just updated everything for nothing. Now it should be updated. That's why I can't just do nothing anymore. I have someone that I want to protect too. If I have to watch my dear brother getting hurt and making everyone his enemy, all for my sake, I think my heart might break. I don't want to hold him back. I never have. I just want us to support each other as equals. I'm not trying to rebel against Ima or leave him behind. I want to fight to protect him. I'm doing this because I love him. Right. Of course. You have something worth fighting for, just like the rest of us. I understand her feelings all too well. Her desire to fight isn't some passing whim. She's thought everything through, understood the risk, and come to the decision that's right for her. But, wait, this is how it was supposed to go. I was meant to talk her out of fighting.
Oh, dear. It looks like you failed in your task, Mr. Sumino.
Seriously, what was all that about? I had such high hopes for you, too. But, brother dearest...
Hey!
Hold on a minute, Ima. It's true that I couldn't convince her to quit, but maybe you should listen to how she feels about it. That's right, It's okay. I heard the whole thing. You did? Yes, I was here the whole time. I wanted to observe and make sure Mr. Sabino did a good job.
Huh?
So you were spying on us? Thought you were going to trust me with this.
Uh,
It's hard for me to trust anyone when it comes to my dear sister's welfare. She's always been stubborn, but I'm so surprised even you couldn't get her to see sense.
oh,
I guess it just goes to show things don't always work out the way you want.
I wonder if this is how it'll feel when you run off and get married someday.
What do you mean?
Hmm.
You don't need me to say it, do you? We've never really needed words to understand each other. I'm truly proud of you for growing into such a determined young woman, but at the same time, a little sad that you might not need my help so much anymore. Excuse me while I go cry into my pillow. If anyone needs me, I'll be in my room. It's getting late, sister dears. Don't stay up too long. He left smiling as usual, except the smile was different. It was tinged with a kind of resignation and maybe even loneliness.
Huh?
Did he just give you his approval? I'm not sure. I've never seen him act like this before. He was clearly worried about her brother, and since we didn't have anything more to talk about, I took my leave. Wouldn't it be hilarious, though, if this was MLB The Show and franchise? This is how your players interact with each other, having these conversations like this. As for me, I went back to my room. That was a surprise.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then.
Good night.
Good night.
Click. If I had to sum up what happened today, I failed to persuade her to stay on the sidelines, but she somehow managed to convince him how serious she is about all this. So she's going to fight with us in the next defensive battle, right? In that case, what will Hima do? Can't imagine he'll let her fight alone. Seriously, why do those two have to be such an asshole? Somewhat dissatisfied as I grappled with that notion, I decided to check on them in a few days. Are we skipping days?